What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of Powell's Customs Garage. I'm currently driving. This is safe because they say don't text and drive. I'm not texting, I'm videoing and driving, so it's obviously safe. But we are selling some things and buying some things today, and we will still have made money at the end of the day, so that's a win-win in my book. So as you see, I got my hood back there. That is my 86 hood that I bought with my white Foxbody. It's stock hood. I don't have a need for it because I'm going with the cow hood. So I sold it to a guy on Facebook. I'm meeting him up at a gas station up here. Then gonna use that money and go get something way cooler for my Foxbody. All right, hood has been sold. Now I take my truck and go pick up the motor for my Foxbody. Got to grab the motor carrier or pallet. We're good to go. Upward and onward. Well, we got a motor. Here's my new to me Ford 302 non-roller block. And let me just tell you, I got a steal for it. But before I start digging into it and explaining what I'm going to do with this and how much I got it for, I'm going to take everything out of my bed and put it in Cherry. That way I can back Cherry into the shop because I need my truck for work tomorrow and I don't really want to carry all this stuff around. Oh, this truck's a mess. Let's see the pump will, couple pumps, she'll start right up. A little squeaky belt, but not too shabby. Nice, nice. All right, ladies and gents, 302's in the bed of the truck, as you can see. Now we're gonna start assembling this thing. Or not assembling, disassembling. Sorry, been a long day. We're gonna start disassembling this thing, what little there is. Then kind of talk about what we can save, what we can't, and what the whole plan for this motor is. I know what you're thinking, my Michael Jackson was only one glove. No, my got a cut right here. I'm a little baby. I don't want to get infected, so that's one. First things first, get these all, yeah, this off. Let's get these flex plate, no, it's not flex flywheel. These flywheel, it's flex plate. These flex plate bolts off, which is pretty convenient, if you ask me, because my 302 for the Fairlane does not have bolts for the flywheel / flex plate. So I'm gonna actually rob these bolts off. Because that's good stuff right there. And yes, I'm using chrome socket with the impact. I don't care. Look at that, John. That's what I'm talking about right there, son. Thought I broke for a second. Oh yeah. Come on. Yeah, it's a flex plate for sure. Yeah, I'll be using these bolts. I don't have to get any ARPs or ARPs. I can reuse these. All right, so I kind of rethunked it in my head. I probably will not be reusing those bolts since the flex plate was probably stretched a little bit, and that's just cheap insurance. So I probably will get ARP bolts for my 302 in the Fairlane. So just everything I said, make it go out the other ear. Now I'm going to work on the front drive, front part of the motor, get the pulley off, get the balancer off. Probably still keep that. And I'm going to keep this because this should be 28 ounce if I remember correctly. So remember, I think non-roller 302s or non-roller small block Ford Windsors are 28 ounce. I already have a good 28 ounce balancer in my room, but I am going to do a C4 transmission with the manual valve body, so I still probably keep this to get it resurfaced. And you'll understand when I start explaining at the end of the video why I'm keeping all these things. So if you're like, oh, you're just a hoarder, no, I have a method to my madness, so that's why. But I'm gonna start working on getting this stuff off. Then we can get the crank out, maybe flip the block over, and start inspecting it. So we kind of ran into a small issue last night. As you see, the balancer's not really all the way there. We're having some issues getting it off because if you can only imagine, it's kind of hard to get off with all that rust and grime. So, and I broke a bolt, one of the balancer puller bolts in one of the studs, and this is a 3-bolt type pulley setup. So yeah, now I get to drill that out. Then I rented a better pulley kit from O'Reilly, so hopefully this all works. We don't have to use the pry bars again. Would you look at that? It's moving. This is a very ghetto way to do it, but
old school.
Yeah, if it gets the job done, it's not stupid, right? No, I have to do it so they know I actually work on my own stuff.
They know.
Where you hold the camera? Still been getting flamed recently.
So during the commercial break, who actually got the harmonic balancer off?
Dude. I did. All right, this is a big mess, so I'm gonna try to clean this up a little bit, then take the water pump timing cover off. Oh, even came with a little distributor hold down. That's valuable stuff right there. But I'm gonna clean all this stuff up just in case it falls. I don't want it to even damage more stuff or my truck, so. Oh, nice. Oh well, this truck's gonna be my new work truck since that one's leaving. But yeah, clean this up, throw those away, so I don't need these. The rods are pretty weak anyway, so, and I'm getting a new pistons and rods, so there's no point in me keeping these. So the local dump is gonna get them in the metal bin. As you can see, I've been working on this for so long that it's dark outside. No, I was playing. Took a dinner break, but I finally got the cam out. It was stuck. I put the bolt in, hammered on the front, popped the cap out. In the back, right here. So, as long as it comes out, I guess that works. Right, dude. I'm working on it today. Here we go. Cam's out. And did not come out the back. I think those cam bearings have so much grit and slime in them. Oh yeah, look at these. What the lifters are. I bet you that's what was keeping stuck. Probably some of the lifters too. Oh yeah, those are definitely. Oh yeah, those are 100%. But block spare now. Pop all the bearings out. I took the thrust bearing off. They didn't look too bad. I'm gonna walk that off. Not too bad at all. Looked pretty good, so. Not too bad for how much I paid. There you go. Okay. Oh yeah. So I can get this one too. Boom. Right there. That's how you remove the bearings. Block looks pretty good. Like I said, it's pretty dirty in there. Is that an acorn? I guess that is acorn. It's actually really dirty. But this is a non-roller block. If you couldn't tell by the flat tappets right there. No cracking, which I won't really get to see until they like acid dip it and whatnot. They'll show a lot more. But what is that back there? Oh, that's the distributor hole. I was like, is that a crack? That's the distributor hole. Yep. Not seeing any bad damage in like the cylinder walls. There's some vertical lines like right there. You can see, but all that can be fixed because it is stock bore. I can bore all the way up to 60. Not that I'm going to, but probably around 30. Make it a 306 or 304, whatever it is. Then I'll put the 306 badges in my Foxbody. No, I'm just kidding. That's stupid. Yeah, I'm pleased. So far, like I said, the last clip, everything's checked out. Nothing really major is wrong with it. It's just dirty. The guy told me that it was consuming a lot of oil. It wasn't his Fairlane, his 67 Fairlane, 4-door. I saw it. It's pretty sweet. Originally came out of a 74 F100, so it's definitely, if the rings have never been compressed and, you know, compressed, if the rings have never been replaced, sorry, brain fart, I'm sure it was due for an engine rebuild. I mean, looking at it, it's definitely hasn't been really driven hard, which is good. I mean, like I said, still virgin motor, hasn't been bored out or anything, but it's definitely needed a rebuild for quite some time. I also thought this was quite interesting. This cam gear is plastic or some type of plastic material mix. I've never seen that before. That's quite interesting. But I'm going to try to reuse like the cam thrust plate, bolts, hardware, stuff like that, and this timing cover. And all this reusing parts leads me to kind of the second part of the video. So if you've been asking yourself, why do I keep mentioning my saving all these parts? Well, A, I'm a hoarder. I mean, that's pretty given. That's a given. B, my idea for my Foxbody is to make it a very budget build, which by the title, you'll kind of figure it out. I'm going to do a budget build. I'm going to do a budget build reasonably, though. My goal is to build a car under $10,000 and make and run a 10-second pass, whether that's a 1099 or what. I'm not going to say it's going to be easy, but I think if I go to all the right sources, get a lot of the right engine parts at the right places, eBay, swap meets, some discount center, whatnot, I can build a pretty stout motor in a very lightweight car and run like a high 10-second pass. I mean, I've seen stock 302s in like a early 80s Foxbody that weighed over 3,000 pounds, just had a high gear in it and shifted at 7,500 RPM, run at 1092 at 124 miles an hour at a quarter mile. So it can be done with a stock setup. So if I upgrade some things, lightweight car, good, manual transmission setup, or a full manual valve body C4, which is kind of what I'm leaning towards, I think I can make that happen. Plus, always add nitrous. Nitrous is it's the cheap boost, basically. So what does that $10,000 kind of mean? I'm gonna be very transparent with you guys on here. I paid $800 for the car. That's with title. I sold the hood, the stock hood off of it for $100. So I'm $700 deep. Then I bought this motor for $50. So right now, currently, we're $750 in. I'm guessing I could probably build the motor for $2,500-ish. Machine shop, that's a couple $100. Machine shop and heads will probably be the big chunk. Because I'm not going to run those E7 heads. Those are garbage. They're not garbage, but just for the setup, I'm not going to use them. Cam-wise, I may still keep that because I have a friend that works at Holman Moody, and I make it sense to him, and he can custom ground me a cam, which would be pretty gnarly. But the Summit Discount Center is 40 minutes away, so I go there like almost every Thursday with my girlfriend. So I make it pick up like a B or a F cam, something like that, letter cam, comp cam, something like that. So that shouldn't be too hard. And I'm gonna reuse timing cover if I can, because it kind of dinged up a little bit. A lot of the bolts, a lot of the hardware. I'm gonna get new ARP head bolts and ARP, crank bolts. But I think it's doable. I'm gonna rebuild whatever transmission I find myself. That $10,000, that budget-ish, that's give or take. That is going to be not including body work. No body work. I'm not gonna include body work in that price. I am gonna paint the car. I am gonna do the body work, but I'm just not include that in the price because you don't need paint to go down a drag strip. So that's kind of where that stays.
But you do need stickers that make
Exactly.
horsepower.
Stickers add horsepower. Ask this guy. Look under the hood of his Foxbody. Motor-wise, I'm gonna stick to 302. Not gonna stroke it out or anything. Suspension gonna be. Oop, I kicked my tripod friend. Suspension, I'm gonna try to. I probably will do a manual steering rack. I don't want power steering because it's just gonna be a raw race car, but still streetable. Because the Fairlane is more of a hot rod, but I still want it to be a cruiser. I still want to be able to, if I want to drive it hot rod power to where I could. Don't have to worry about it. It's got AC, whatnot. This Foxbody, I want it to be a raw race, just street car that is specifically just, I can go on a stoplight, just rip through the gears or shift forward if it's a, you know, a manual valve body or whatnot. You get my point. And just have fun with it. If I can't drive it an hour to point B destination, it doesn't really bother me. I just want that raw, fun, just weekend car. But before I dive deep in the Foxbody, I still gotta finish the Fairlane first. So I can't promise any budget build Foxbody videos coming soon. This will be the first one that I'm gonna be doing, and I hope y'all like it. Hope you like it so far. But like I said, I gotta finish that first before I can really go deep in the Foxbody. Thank you for watching. If you've got this far, hope you like the content. Got a 302 for $50, so that's an automatic win in my book. And I got a car for $750 with the motor. It may need some TLC, but it's a cool Foxbody-ish. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Hope you see you in the next video. Make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think in the comments. And peace out.